Well, brand identity is a set of visual elements that help communicate the brand personality, brand mission, brand vision, brand products visually to their target audience. The logo is just an icon. That thing you see on Apple's back, that is your logo. Right, at the back of Apple's laptop, that's a logo, right? However, as a logo designer, there is a need for presentation. So when a client comes and tells me I want to do logo, I ask them, do you want a logo, just the icon, or you want an identity? Because there is no how you will do a proper logo design, you will not do some sort of identity. But most clients in this part of the world do not even know the difference. All they know is they see your fine logo and they want to design that type of logo. No, it's a system. That's why you like it. If you just saw the icon alone, you may not be attracted to it. So I let them understand that usually what you need is a brand identity system, right? It includes your logo. Perfect. Yes, I will design your logo. Right. The only reason is the logo is usually the main part of the brand identity system. Is what every other thing hinges upon. So basically that's the difference. So you tell them, especially in dealing with clients. So the question is only relevant for you as a designer because the logo is just icon, right? So, but you as a designer, you have to clarify, because if you go ahead and design just the icon based on the definition, right? You confuse the clients and be like, is this all? And then that's when you start hearing disrespectful statements, right? So in order to avoid that, clarify it from the get-go, from the beginning. That's a question I think I'll not say half, 90% of the Nigerian designers have, especially if you're a logo designer. It's all of us have faced it. I faced it too. There's something I said recently, right? And it's also said by a lot of top brand designers and some of my mentors. Treat design like a business, right? It's the business of design, and if you don't treat it like one, you will not be paid your worth. Your job as a designer is to translate the company's mission, values, and personality into something visual and tangible, something that stands out in a crowded market. Now, if you understand that is your role, you will understand that if you are speaking to a client, right? And I've faced it even now as with all my years of experience, right? Where I forget to ask the client specifically, what is your taste? Now you are designing for his audience, right? But the client already also has a taste. So if you ask the client the question of, okay, what is your taste? Send me samples of things you like. Now, naturally, they will think, oh, he wants to copy. I tell them, no. Look, if you want to go and do furniture, you send sample to the guy. You don't just tell the guy, design whatever you like for me. Right? If that is the case, okay, come into my shop. I have plenty logos I've already designed. Pick one. Pick the one you like. If you tell me when you see it, you will know. I will end the call there, and that is it. Bye bye. Don't come again. Because those are usually the clients that we're not picking spouse. It's not as if when you see the woman you will know. It has to be detailed, right? So send me samples. Somebody who can say, oh, I like Louis Vuitton logo. Now you talk. So you like Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton logo is not cheap. Will you pay? Okay. You like this one, right? You like those ones. So if the client sends you something that, okay, this is the range of the logos I like, then you are already streamlined. That is why I said clarity is the mother of identity. If not, you will just design multiple things and then you send to him and say, I don't like. The next one you will design again, you will still say he does not like it. So best to just from the get-go, okay, what are your preferences, right? Usually my questionnaire is always there. What are your preferences? And the second question is, what elements do you like? Would you like to appear in the logo? Because certain clients like specific things to be seen in the logo. All this, when you are now researching and exploring ideas and options, you end up seeing making sketches that align with that idea. You end up doing things that align with that idea. That's how it works. So to answer your question, you have already entered the mess. What you need to do right now is ask the client, look, I've designed 3 logos. right? You can also stand your ground and say you have to pick 2 or 1, and then I will refine that one logo, right? There's also something called refinement. You can rework a particular concept, but if you insist, now this is where you can and insist that okay, you must pick 1, that was part of your initial agreement. Or you can say, okay, you know what, send me samples of the things you like. I will design 1 or 2 samples and I will send to you. Usually, personally, I design not more than 3 on the get-go, and usually, especially if the client is very, very intentional, I design 2, and out of those 2, they automatically have 1 that they will resonate with. Why? Because they have sent me things that their mind aligns with. So when they see it, and in my presentation, I use words that they used in our discovery session. I like my brand to be happy. This logo and this identity enunciates happiness. When he sees it, he is likely to choose it. So if you're just sending your logos as icons, 3 slides and 1 icon, logo 1, logo 2, logo 3, I'm sorry, you are in for a ride. Learn how to do presentation, right? And it helps convince the client which direction they want to go, right? I hope that answers the question as detailed as possible. So there's something wrong with your process, right? So usually you set certain things in motion from the get-go. I'm sending you 3 samples for this amount of money you are paying. If you want more samples, you will pay for extra. That will focus the client's mind. Now, for this particular client, send him something like a presentation. If the logo you think he should take, try and do a presentation. Now, the reason why I say try and do a presentation is you have to be prepared to lose this battle. Meaning, he can take that logo and go and use it anytime he likes. What do I mean? He can, even the ones you have sent already, he can use it anytime he likes. There is nothing binding him to confidentiality. So you did not have a contract when you started, did you? You did not, right? All these things just WhatsApp chat, and it's how to run yourself into the ground. Because right now it is stressing you and you don't know it. I give you 5 years, you get tired of design. If you continue like this, I'm not a prophet of doom, but that is the reality. You will just, because you will find out that you have multiple projects that are just stressing you. You can't do personal projects. I prefer to do personal projects that take on a client that I know will stress me. It's better for my time because I can design 1 logo and do it well and post it. Nobody send me. Sure you get. So verify, be ready to round off with this client. Either send him 1 presentation, a good presentation of how the logo works for his brand, and say, see, this is it and this is what I will recommend to you. Right now, according to my company's policy, I cannot do any more verification. What do you call this thing? I cannot do any more iterations on a logo. This is the last one I can do. That's it. So if you tell him that, because now it's looking like you are ready to do anything and everything for the brand, and he's going to use you anyhow. So you have to set certain things in motion. So you cannot add, if you want to be a good person, right? You cannot say, okay, I can correct this particular logo, if you have adjustments to make. But apart from that, you may decide not to send me the final payment since I've collected. Usually 50% should cover your satisfaction cost, meaning if the client does not pay the extra, you are good. You should not be depending on the extra that is coming in. That is one thing I'll tell you, anybody that's listening to me. So that 50% you have collected should suffice for the work that you have done. So send it, and if it does not accept this your last try, close the chapter with that client and continue building yourself. I don't know if that makes sense. Identity designer.